Okay. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep, your voice is now working as it should be. So if you don't mind, let's do the introduction again, because I was the only one who could hear you just now.
No worries.
So you heard of me already. I'm Sami Laakso from Snowdale Design, and today I have a special guest for me playing Lands of Galzyr. And why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself one more time?
Hola, hola. Hey, everybody. I'm Bigas from Quackalope. I'm very excited to be here. I was telling Sammy just now that Dale of Merchants has, like, from the first time that I played it, became one of my favorite deck builders way back in the day, even before I did content creation. So being here right now playing Lands of Galzyr with Sammy is like coming full circle for me. So that's incredibly exciting. So again, Sammy, thank you so much for having me.
No problem. I repeat myself again. Thanks for making time for your what must be a busy schedule. And welcome to the stream, Alex, Anton, and Dummy channel. And thanks for confirming that all the voice is working now as it should be. It's always can be a bit tricky when I hear a bit different thing that you hear on the stream, but now all the voice are spiking on my dashboard as they should be. So today we are going to play yet another demo stream of Lands of Galzyr here, spread on the table, and we have a continuing campaign for Jan that might not know, but we have like multiple guests, one like Anton, who's also on the chat already. We started with him, and then we played also with Calvin Wongzi, and now it's your turn, and we're like always continuing where the previous stream left off. So we are with Bumir. We have 5 gold. We have some nice items in our inventory. We have some status cards and also three quests on our possession. So
oh wow.
And I will let you do most of the decisions on what we should do in the game, and you get to read as the special guest. You get to read the stories and make the decisions, and then I will explain like the mechanism and do all the hand manual work here on the table.
How silly do you want me to go, Sammy? Because I could be serious or I could be incredibly ridiculous with my voice work.
You can choose yourself, and like Anton set the bar already quite high with his voiceover.
Oh.
Like depending on who's speaking in the story, he really like did excellent voiceover depending on who's talking at any given point. So there's already something to strive for.
So did you just lay down a competition for me? Because I am ready to try and take that crown. Like, I want that trophy.
I guess so. And we have people in the chat who can judge you depending on compared to Anton's performance on the stream that he was on.
Bring it, Anton, bring it. I am ready for this. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Okay, so Sammy, I'm pumped already, man. What do we do? Where do we go? What's the first step here? Where are we actually?
So we are playing as Bumir, the marble polecat, who is an explorer and scent, and we have had already quite the adventures behind us. And as for others, as like in the other streams, I'm not going to explain all the rules ahead of time. We're just going to jump in and play, and I will explain a little bit as we go, as the game is quite simple to play. And of course, Jan has already played his demo copy or the prototype, so he also knows how to play. But viewers can also just jump in and like see the rules on how they work as we play through. So we have to pick our starting location, and you might want to take a look at what quests we have already on our possession. So depending on those, you can pick which direction you want to go with. So we have Hero's Journey, Part 1. For months, I've tracked down the infamous Max Brotherhood. My search has led me to Galzyr, Teshun to be exact. If you want to, you can join me as I visit the camp to learn more about the connection between the Brotherhood and the local mercenaries. And that if you go to Teshun, we can follow Harman, who's this a little bit crazy possum that we met in our like the last stretch of our previous journey. So we have a companion with us, Harman, the North American possum. By his own words, Harman has lost a duel ever. So if you want to follow his quest line, that would lead us to Teshun, this ruined city over here. Our second quest that we could follow is High Hopes Part 1. I got an idea from this large basket I found for cheap. Strap on a fabric bag along with a burner and we have a vehicle capable of transporting folk from city to city. There are suitable burners in Rienstum. Drop by the bank and take a small loan on my name before meeting the seller and we're all set. Signed by Olamide, the Dodo entrepreneur. And that would be here in Rienstum if you want to help the poor Dodo with his plans on making some vehicle. And then we have, well, this is the hero's journey I already showed. And then final one we have is Estate Adventure Part 1. Gameset is threatening our independence. We are going to purchase land from Sarevar to put pressure on Duke Ikavir. The problem is they've never let us purchase property from the upper class district by ourselves. That's where you come. Siren waits you at Sarevar. Signed by Teber, the Eurasian Folgat resort owner. And that would lead us to Sarevar. So we have some land purchasing stuff in Sarevar. We can help the Dodo with his flying vehicle and things like that in Rienstum. And finally we have the hero's journey with Harman in Teshun. So which one of those sounds the most exciting to you? The one single player game will, based on we have this card here, it will last 8 days as shown on the bottom. So we have 8 days of time to wreak havoc and try to gather prestige.
Oh, interesting. I didn't have that type of card on. Okay, fascinating.
Yeah. It depends if you play with cooperative or competitive. You use either this card on a different one, and as we're playing cooperative / solo, we use this harmony card to show how many days we have.
Yeah, I really like the graphic design you've done on this one, Sami. Everything's always so clear. Like, I saw the card and I could already understand everything that was going on it. So I have to be honest with you. As soon as you said possum, I had made up my mind, but I wanted to hear the rest of the stories just in case something cooler than a possum that never loses a duel will pop up. Also, you said he was kind of crazy, so I was like, oh yeah, of course we're gonna go with the possum. And in addition to that,
we have 8 days, so we might have time to do some other things as well. But it's just what you want to start with.
Well, and also in Teshun, there's an additional objective that I can grab. So yeah, it's like a 2-for-1 deal.
Quest that we can pick up, but as long as we have 3 in our possession, we would have to drop one of those off. But it's totally fine to do so.
Interesting. I wonder. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go ahead and start in Teshun.
Yep,
and I'll see when I can complete the quest, and maybe I don't even have to drop anything.
Yep, so our month card here is showing that we are currently in March, so we are using the summer side of both the game board and location cards. And I'm going to tell the same to the storybook, because the exact same number in the storybook can have different stuff happening depending on which month and day we're playing. So we're going to pick March over here, and we will randomize our starting day to be Sunday in this case. So let's mark this here on the game board, and then as we now have the starting day, we can also mark our timer, which is 8 days. So that's 7, and we have time until the Monday on the next week after this one to do our bidding. And then finally we have also a timer here on Harman. So if we don't do anything, Harman will stick with us for 5 days. So I might mark that with one of these timer tokens as well. like that. And that's 5 here. So we know that Harman will stick with us for at least until Friday.
Okay.
And you wanted to start in Teshun.
I do.
And
I gotta take advantage of that crazy possum, man.
And each round in Lands of Galzyr is divided into turns, so each player will get a single turn, and on your turn you may move up to 2 spaces, but we already are in Teshun, so we probably don't want to move at all. And then we take a single story scene, and those are the 4 numbered 4 digits long numbers, like here at the bottom of Hero's Journey Part 1 we have Teshun, and we can follow Harman and take the scene number 0111. So let's do exactly that. We can either scroll through the list on the left, or a new addition that might not have been there when you played last time is this like search bar here, where we can just input the number that we are going to play and go directly into the scene.
Oh no, that setting was there and it was pivotal. Like I love the little input. That's what I always use.
Yeah, it wasn't in the very first demo that someone played, so it really depended on when you played the game, if it were there or it wasn't.
Okay, so story scene. This
Yep,
is going to be, let's see. So this is a narrative. I'm trying to find the voices in my head.
Yeah, and this is where it all begins, and be ready to great chance like a performance at the end of the session.
Oh yes, I do. I want to see if I can at least match Anton. That's all I'm looking for. At least match the person. If I can beat them, that's fantastic. But realistically,
Yeah, and Anton is even himself here, so who's the better judge than himself?
Bring it, bro. Bring it. Okay. Now I'm all nervous, Sammy. Okay. I want to see if I can nail this voice. I don't think I will, but I'm going to try it at least. You and Harman arrive at the ruins of Teshun. Within the rubble of the once great city is the camp of the mercenary band as the Violet Orb. Its occupants tending to their daily duties.
My sources say that the Masked Brotherhood is being sheltered by this group,
Harman informs you. Somewhere between madness and bravery, the opossum marches straight into the camp. A sentry, a bulky and towering crocodile, blocks his way with her weapon and demands to know his business. Harman starts arguing with the crocodile to see her boss so he can have words with them. You could help him threaten the guard to gain entry, or have an uninvited look around the camp while he distracts the guard. Okay, so this is where I need to know both what my keywords are, if I have any.
Yep.
And maybe get a zoom in. Okay, so I see I have one. So we're probably going with sneaking right now. But just in case, do I have any keywords that I can use for this?
Yeah, Anton is already impressed by your voice work. So
Thank you, Anton.
You can see your own. We can see our skill marks, which we have right now. We have 2 survival, 1 might, and 1 perception. And as for items, I don't have a zoom out, but I can show them, and then I usually remind which ones we can use on different skills. So to recap on let's show them for the first time. So we have Spyglass, which has a spying tag, and it can be used when observing, exploring, or sneaking. And then we have a Pocket Encyclopedia, which can be used with all knowledge skill checks, so the green ones. And our final item currently is a multi-tool, which can be used if we ever unlock Fight, Climb, or Force. So those are our items. Then we have our own special ability, which is Unyielding Spirit, which we can use once per game, and we can reset a skill check if we are doing not doing so great in might or survival skill check, so we can reset and try again. Then we have a favor of elite for helping someone of an importance, and it has nothing but attack elite. So We just have to wait and see if we are asked if we have the elite tag. And then we have an adventure status. And if we unlock explore or search, we get a success. And if the total is 4 or less, we are forced to discard this one. So as long as we get like excessive majestic successes, we get to keep our adventure status. And final thing with any effects is Harman himself, and he can help us in fighting, climbing, recalling, and intimidation. And our options are intimidate, which would be Harman would help us reroll up to 2 dice, and that's pretty much for the intimidation. And then for sneaking and locating the leader, and we have a single die reroll from our spyglass.
Yep. So here's the issue. I want to go the intimidation route, right? But we don't have a lot of strong dice for that.
Yeah, we have 1 die adjacent to it, but with intimidation, Harman would help us, so we could reroll up to 2 dice.
But with sneaking, we have 1 reroll, and we also have 2 potentially stronger dice. The only problem is that, of course, we would have less chances of getting the die face that we want on these.
Yeah, and sneaking in this case is a little bit harder. It's a medium skill check compared to the easy one.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go intimidation.
So we're going to intimidate the crocodile with Harman, and with all skill checks, we first start with these 5 base skill dice, which have a single success for all the different skills, and then we can swap them out based on which skill marks we have on our adventure board. And we always want to use the skills that are the exact correct one. So if we had communication skill marks, we would like to use the communication dice, as they have 2 doubles, but we don't have any of those. But we do have 1 perception, and adjacent ones help as well. They have 2 for their main skill, but they also have 2 single ones for both of the adjacent ones. So because it's adjacent to Thiever, it has 2 of those, and because it's also adjacent to communication, it has 2 icons for that. So it's still a lot better than these black ones. So we're going to use these ones for our intimidation. So let's remove.
Sami, you're gonna be a good roller for me, right?
Hopefully.
We're gonna do amazing.
I'm doing my best.
Okay, I'm counting on you, buddy.
And our first roll, we are. Why didn't you sneak? I'm just asking, why didn't you sneak?
No, I had a feeling.
We got 1, so we are already
Okay.
like succeeding in, because easy requires at least 1. We always want more, but 1 is a guaranteed not failure. So we can, and what options we have now? We can use Harman's ability to reroll up to 2 dice, but we always, in all skill checks, can reroll everything if we want to, but it's including the already 1 success that we got.
No. Okay, so let's keep the face and just do the reroll of 2. And I want to use a purple and another black.
Yep.
Correct.
Welcome to the stream, Mr. Kwanchan. Nice to see you again. Well, we did get another success.
Not horrible. Okay.
Not the best, but not horrible. And to say the truth, we didn't have the best possible dice for the skill check anyway. So I'm happy with 2. So let's reveal the outcomes, and with 2 we go to the middle option, middle outcome.
So I'm gonna try different narrators. If you can tell me who the stream prefers, like what voice I prefer for the narrator, that'd be great. Together, you and Harman manage to set the crocodile on edge and keep her concerned and defensive. She does not completely break under your combined intimidation, but her defiance is eroded. Worrying you will get worse, she agrees to take you to one of their leaders currently in the camp, a gear falcon named Giru. She guides you to his tent and tells you to enter. Harmon accuses Giru of harboring bandits from the Masked Brotherhood.
Lies!
Giru shrieks.
They have gone around claiming to the members of our group, staining our reputation. We even caught one of our own members aiding those wretches and fired them. Go!
That piques Harmon's interest.
Really?
Giru explains they left their possessions behind in their tent. Harmon tries to recall any details that could help locate the Brotherhood.
Welcome to Stream Bones, and I lowered the music a little bit as you asked. Let me know if it's better now.
I feel Bones is going to leave immediately when he starts hearing all my wacky voice. He's like, what did I just walk into? What is happening? Okay, so it seems like we have another tough choice here.
Yep, you can either recall recent incidents with Harman, and as for our items and stuff, we have 2 adjacent dice for knowledge skill checks, and we also have Pocket Encyclopedia, which is rather strong. And let's turn that off. So here, in all knowledge skill checks, we may reroll up to 2 dice and convert up to 2 successes into doubles. So we can basically double 2. So if we got 1, we have like 2. If we have 2, we are already at 4. So this one is really good if we choose to recall. And Harman also gives us 2 die rerolls. We can reroll up to 2 dice, so we could like reroll up to 4 dice with Harman and the book combined. And as for searching, our adventurers would give us a single success, and I think that would be it. Yep.
No, yep. We gotta do the thing. Let's recall recent. I can almost picture it now. Can almost see it.
And I'm going to
that would be 2 yellows and then the rest black, right?
Yep. And we can reroll up to 4 dice, and in 2 instances, so we can first roll 2 and then use again 2. And we're looking for books. We got
book.
1, so we can double that. So that would be 2 books already. Do you want to reroll everything or start to use the 2 die rerolls?
And we can only do 2 dice, right? Just 2?
We can do 2 dice twice, because Harman helps us reroll 2, and Pocket Encyclopedia helps us also reroll 2.
I'm feeling a little bit Las Vegas. Let's roll them all. Let's roll all the bones.
All right. I remind you, we already got 2, but so
I know, but maybe we can get more.
We still got 1.
Okay.
So it wasn't worse.
Okay, so let's start re-rolling. So naturally, we're gonna re-roll the yellow dice and the black one.
Yep.
And let's just start with those for now, because let's see.
That's another success, and both of these can be doubled, so that's already 4, which means that we are going to succeed in the hard skill check.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do it.
And then we can reroll 2 more, so let's see if we can get even a 5th. We did get the 5th.
Yes! We got 6!
We can only double 2 with the book, so that's a 5 in total.
Yes! Okay!
Can't quite double all of them, but 5 is already really nice amount, and well, it's exactly what was needed for the best possible outcome here.
Yes. Okay. Did anybody say their preference on narrator, or should I just keep going?
There has been no comments on that. There was another request to lower the music, and I did lower it somewhat more. And let me know if it's now in a good place.
Okay. Harmon taps his chin.
I thought I heard about a recent robbery at a ranger station somewhere.
You nod in agreement and fill in the details that not only did the attack happen in Miratu, but that it was allegedly committed by Violet Arm mercenaries. You conclude that it's impossible because they are here in Teshun, but you add that the Masked Brotherhood has been known to pose as Violet Arm mercenaries, so it is likely to be the Brotherhood's doing. Geru and Harmon are galvanized, but the latter tries to downplay it. Tumeratu, if you want, you can come along as well. Despite Harmon's rudeness, you feel oh, that was Harmon? Darn it. Tumeratu, if you want, I guess you can come along as well. Despite Harmon's rudeness, you feel a burning pride within yourself for having single-handedly worked out the location of the Masked Brotherhood.
So,
you gain 2 prestige. Okay, go ahead.
Yep, we got 2 prestige. So well, first of all, I should mark that we don't have our prestige marker here. So we start with 0, and that's our main objective of the game is actually to have fun. And the second important objective is to get the prestige. So we're in a good start as we started by gaining 2. Then we are going to delay Harmon 276, which is his card number, by 3. So he's going to stick with us longer. 1, 2, and 3. And going to return Hero's Journey, which is here. The 261 that we used to take this scene back to the library, and we're going to get card 61 from the library, and also 262. So let's find 262 still here, and then if there would be more players, they could have helped us because the scene had this green handshake icon here. It means that if there are multiple players on the same spot, so for example, if Keridai would have been here on the same space, they could have helped us in the scene. And now it would say that the partner would gain 2 prestige, and they would also get the card 61. So especially when playing cooperatively, you may want to partner up with other players, but if you don't have a partner or if you're playing solo, we can just ignore all those handshake rules from now on. So what we got? First we got 261. Or 061, correct. So we got our inner fire, and one's mood has clear correlation on their performance. And now if we take part in any of those 3 skill checks, which are like this here, perception, communication, and knowledge, we would have to discard our inner fire. But if we sneak, fight, or climb, we get 1 success. So let's make room for that. Here, going to put the timer token on it shortly, but we also got Hero's Journey Part 2. I figured out the whereabouts of the Masked Brotherhood. They're hiding in Meratu. My blade will be swift and just. You're welcome to help. Not quite Harman's voice acting that you already grown to love, but that will do. And now we would take 267 from the library, but it's Harman, so we already have him. But it would if you would get this from the notice boards in some way, then you would gain also Harman. And it says that if Harman is not with us, we have to abandon this one, and now we can follow Harman if we go to Meratu, which is the forest over here.
And so we also now gain 276, right?
Harman is 276.
Ah, got it.
There's only one Harman, so I got
darn.
But if we didn't have Harman with us and we would pick up this from the notice board, if it was there for any reason, then we would get Harman. But we already have him, so we don't get two of those. So 4 days for the inner fire.
You can never have enough Harman in your life, is what I always say.
And now we can move to the next day, to Monday here, and the same in the storybook.
So before we step out, I can grab that quest line if I wanted to, right?
Yep, and we can pick up the public side. A chance to earn money for an active individual with nerves of steel. Oh, and folks with bad manners, don't bother. Signed by Araltai, the Grey Marmot. And it's the Collector Part 1. Some of the most esteemed parties for Arhin's elite are arranged by one of their ruling families, the Blue Mills. They possess the Golden Millstone, a relic I'd like to add to my collection one day. Here's an invitation card that gets you inside. Locate where they display the family heirloom and report back to me. Signed by Araltai, the Grey Marmot Collector. And it's in Arhin. If we want to pick it up, it would have to be resolved here. So now we have 4 quests and we need to abandon one of them. Well, you don't want to abandon Harman's quest, I think.
Oh, that was the one that was going for, yeah. No.
Oh, okay, oh sure, I just...
No, Harman is my buddy. No, leave that one there.
So we have the party here in Arhin, that new one that we just got. We have the Dodo's flying vehicle and burner situation going on in Rienstum, and then we have the estate adventure in Sarevar. We have to abandon one of these, and that isn't too bad because whenever we abandon, we do whatever is listed here at the bottom, and they all say place on the notice board, so we can pick them up later if we want to.
Okay, that's not horrible. So let's go ahead and let's leave the, what do you call it, the estate for later.
Yeah, the estate.
I want to try and compartmentalize as much as I can.
Yep, and now before abandoning, there's actually a hole in the notice board, and in that case we always have to fill it immediately back up. So I'm going to put one there, and well, one. It's also in Arhin, so well, there's three quests there. And now we abandon this one, and the notice board can have more than 3. It's just that it's always gets refilled back to 3. So now it has 4, and that one has to be picked up from Zabar if we ever want to pick it up again for the estate adventure.
I'm really curious about that flying machine. I don't know if we'll have time for that one, but I'd like to see what happens.
It's in
with
here,
that.
and Harman wants to go to Meratu.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start making our way there. So let's take the lower path, which seems like the fastest.
Yep. And we can always move up to 2 spaces. But if you don't mind, I have something like a little bit of a setup here if we want to take a hill scene. But we can still make our way on next turn to Meratu, even if we stop here.
Well, I don't want to change your plans, Sami, so let's go ahead and stop at the hills. Let's make a quick detour.
And it doesn't take any more turns. I just, instead of taking a forest scene, I recommend to take a hill scene right now. So whenever we are on our way between these locations, if we don't have any cards in our possession that let us take any scenes there, we can always draw a card from the event deck, which is hidden here behind Jan. So we pick the top card from there, and then it has always multiple scenes listed on it, and we take the first one which condition is met. So we see is it Tuesday, we see it's a Monday, so we are going to go to the next one, and then it has some terrain types like settlement, grassland, forest, and hill, and we're in a hill space, so we have to take a scene 169 in this case. And going to set the card aside until the end of the event. So that's 169.
Does the library have 291 available?
I'm going to open it here so people can see it as well. You were faster. So I'm going to just check if the library has 291. And I'm not going to take it if it is there, and it is there, so we're just going to pick yes in this situation.
Oh! Yes! Okay. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Oh, yes!
You see
You
what
just
I
made
did
my
there.
Sunday, Sami.
Now you know why I wanted us to stop in hills.
On a Monday, no less. Like, it happened exactly. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. While trekking across the hills, you run into a duo of birds who introduce themselves as Samuel, the duck, and Julian, the goose. Giving you a look over, the duck leans to the goose. This is gonna be tough. Look, Julian, we might have a sporting candidate here. Circling around you like a predator sizing up prey, the goose nods. Yes, Samuel, and I believe you're quite right. Let us begin. Opening his pack, the duck places a stone tablet on the ground. Next to it, he sets a handful of wooden cubes that are covered in carved bark. Marks. Can you read what is written on the tablet? Or stack the little cubes there as high as you can without them toppling over, starting either now. The goose devilishly shouts. Do you have a game tag? We don't have a game tag.
We don't have a game tag.
Okay, let's see. If you decipher, each reading tag gives you 1. Okay. So we have the decipher tablet. We don't have a decipher thing there.
Yep, we don't have decipher and we don't have build. So we're basically up using our skill marks to do this, and yeah, we don't have a reading tag either. So we're with our dice, and as for inner fire, we would have to discard our inner fire if we do the perception one, the deciphering. But this is actually one of the cards that is going to get a slight rework. So we're gonna basically even play now with the new rule, which is instead of having to discard this, if we do one of those 3, we have to hasten it by 1, so we aren't quite as long. So we can have to basically discard it 1 day earlier. So if we do the deciphering, which is this perception one, we would have to hasten by 1 instead of discarding.
I like that. I really want to try and decipher the tablet, but we're not super capable with that. It's a medium skill check, so that means that we would need like around a 3 at the minimum to proceed.
There's easy, medium, and hard, and it's 1, 2, and 3 respectively. Mm-hmm. So medium would need 2, and 2 can be tough to get without any luck mitigation.
Because we have 0 luck mitigation.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
we have to reroll everything once, and that's it. So building a cube tower is a thievery, like using our little fingers, and that's easier. And we do have two adjacent ones, which would help. We would quite surely get at least 1 success for the building one, so that would be the safe route. But you go ahead and pick which one you want.
Look, I'm always partial to dexterity games, so let's go ahead and build that cube tower.
So let's pick that one, and let's remove our yellow ones. We get 1 perception and 1 might, and let's see how nimble our fingers are.
Oh no!
That's nothing. And why didn't you decipher the tablet?
Sammy, why?
We are distracted.
Oh no!
I think we're going to take the reroll.
Oh God, please, just give me
one. We need just one.
Just one.
And we do have the unyielding spirit, but that's for might and survival, and that's none of these. So
please, just one.
That's one.
Yeah. Okay. We make it through.
We make a little shaky little cube tower.
Just a one tall cube tower, which is fine with me. You stack up several impressive diminutive towers in decent time. The duck takes notes as you build and gives his companion an approving look. You have done a splendid job. The goose nods. You see, we're connoisseurs of games through the ages. We have a passion for sharing games with others. In our travels, we came across this scroll. The duck presents you several ancient pieces of parchment. These relics were found in Tishun. It describes the rule to some game played by animal folk of past generations. The problem is, we do not have all the parts to it, thus we cannot play the game yet. So Tishun is our destination! We hope to uncover more there. You seem like a clever individual. Do you want to accompany us on our travels? We could use someone with your talents. The goose asked with an optimistic gleam in his eye. Give 291 from the library to the adventure and return the drawn event to the... Oh, yeah! There we go, baby.
A
Yes!
duo always ready for a game with passion and flight tags. And at any time once in our turn, we may spend 3 gold to roll the 12-sided die, and with this 5 or higher, we get 6 gold, so we can challenge Samuel and Julian for a little game each round if we have the monies to do so. And if we go to Teshun, we can delve into the ruins.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have a tough choice if you want to follow Harman or if you want to follow...
Yeah, now I'm thinking, like, should we go back? Because we have Harman for a few days.
Yeah, we made him happy by helping him, so we are no hurry with him, because his token is all the way here. And Samuel and Julian is 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And same here. And
Oh, no.
returning the throne event.
I'm feeling a little bit adventurous. I got some Indiana Jones in me. Let's go to those ruins. Time to go back to the Teshun. There's no way I'm letting this one pass up.
So going to Tuesday on both in the book and on the game board, and back to Teshun we go. And
I hope the stream is okay with me wanting to follow up the story about board games.
And just a reminder for people watching, we could also visit the ruins by taking the scene number 11, or visit the camp by taking the scene 12. That's always available when you are in one of these larger locations with these places written on them. But currently we are going to take this scene, Teshun, delve into the ruins 109. And well, do we want to challenge them to a game before doing so?
Do we have money? How much money do we have?
We have 5 money.
Ooh, 5 money.
So we can either lose 3 or gain 3.
Gain 3? How about we gain 3?
Because if we win, we gain 6. So because it costs 3 to challenge them all in the first place.
Sammy, how are you feeling? You feeling lucky?
Yeah, I want to see if we can win the Samuel and Julian in a game.
Let's do it. Let's cost those coins. That's what they're there for, right? Money's there to spend and enjoy.
Yeah, and this is a great way to do so. So I'm going to rotate us down to 2 gold. And technically we can actually do this at the end of our previous turn, so we can still be like on Monday, and then we can make a decision if we want to challenge them again on Tuesday, taken that if we win and we have gold to do so.
Okay, let's do it. So this is a Monday roll.
Yeah, and 5+ wins. So we have a little bit higher odds in winning compared to losing.
Come on, Sammy, I believe in you.
Well,
yes! Yes! And you know what that means, folks. We're gonna be rolling them bones again.
so we're going to 8, and so you want to challenge them again.
Oh yeah.
So
I want to deplete their pockets.
back to 5. And now it's a Tuesday roll.
Come on, Tuesdays. Tuesdays are not that bad. They're not as bad as Mondays.
It was a critical win already. Ah, that's a 3.
No! Darn you, Julian. Darn you.
That's one for us and 1 for them.
Okay, we'll get them back next time. I'm feeling Wednesday has a particularly good energy to it. Okay, so 109, we're doing the quest for the birds. Our notes say that the rules we have come from this building here. Julian claims, pointing to a corpse of a structure, which looks much like any of the other ruins in Tashun. Entering it, you check out the basement first. Down here, marks are carved into the wall that Samuel immediately recognizes. I have seen the same characters on our pieces of parchment that hold the game's rules. This must be the right spot. Also in the basement, in a passage that leads deeper into the earth, following it, it evolves into a dark, confusing maze of zigzags and dusted passages that you follow until you come to a junction with 3 paths ahead. The duo asks you which way they should go. Oh my god, it's like I'm metagaming myself right now. Like, where would I actually go? I would want to turn right, which would means that I would turn left. Let's turn left. After a moment of mulling it over, you abruptly point to the left. This way, Julian, the duck calls, and both birds run past you. Chasing after them, you all arrive into a small, dark room. Inside are moldy shelves filled with ancient, rotting texts, which the birds pilfer for any surviving scraps of knowledge. You could take a look yourself for any useful information. You may swap one of your skill marks for a knowledge skill mark. Interesting. So that would be a green, right?
Yep. Do you want to do it?
Would
mean changing one of our current ones for knowledge.
Let's go. I think it's better if we're a little bit more versatile. So let's take away 1 yellow, 1 survival, and add it to knowledge.
Yep, and more in survival skill checks we have already our special ability, which lets us like reset once already. So I'm going to swap for green. So that's quite a nice balance of skills.
Nice. Okay. See, not a bad decision. We're already doing good. Okay. With the room darker than night, Samuel and Julian start groping the walls for clues. Wait, Julian, I can feel markings on the wall. The duck triumphantly cries. The goose claps. Splendid, Samuel! We must be getting closer. It seems like a game itself, just trying to find these pieces, solving this labyrinth to get our prize. How will you help them progress? Each night vision tag gives you 1 success. We have none of those.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh gosh, darn it! Are you serious? Really? Survival right now?
So for
Explore nearby rooms.
Exploring, we have Spyglass, which would give 2 die rerolls, and searching and exploring. Our adventures will give us a single success no matter what. It has explore and search for it because we are adventures. We are in a correct mental state for this, and explore and search. Inner fire will be hastened by 1 if we search, so we are going to lose that a little bit faster. And that's pretty much what we have.
I think we gotta explore the nearby rooms. Like, we have 3 colored dice that we can employ on this one.
Yep, and we have our special ability that we can use to reset, try again if we are failing.
Oh no, Sammy. We're gonna do great. There's no need. There's no need for that
No
card.
need for unyielding spirit.
No. We'll be fine.
So we get 1 yellow, 1 green, 1 orange, and 2 black. And for exploring we have 1 success, and we can reroll up to 2 with our spyglass.
It's gonna be great.
Well, that's all.
Oh, I see. Oh my god, we got 4, right?
Yeah, 4 because 1 from the adventurers. So why not? Let's reroll these.
Come on, Lady Luck.
Well, that's knowledge, but we're at 4. But with our adventurers, it says that if we get 1 success, and if the total is 4 or less, we have to discard our adventures. So we have to get always 5 or more to keep it.
Oh, come on! The chances of that hitting on a knowledge are so low. Oh.
But we are at 4 still, so we got to use the adventures, but we do lose it right now. We did, it was like quite a long time with us. From even in the previous game, we managed to get a few 5s to keep it.
And I'm the one that lost it? Oh, come on. That's just sad.
We still got 3 plus here.
Pathfinding your way through the stale blackness, you find a passage that leads to a larger room with pieces of some ancient game strewn about the floor. Returning to tell the birds, they knock you off your feet as they rush towards the room in an ecstatic frenzy. The labyrinth is filled with their laughter and cheers, and you're worried the birds might pass out from the excitement. Sounds very accurate, Sammy. I think you've captured it perfectly. The birds absorb the clues, markings, papers, and pieces of the game that they find in this room. They are hungry for more. They take off down another lightless tunnel. The oppressive gloom does not dampen their mood, as the birds are in blissful thrill. We are in need of your expertise, Julian says to when you catch up, gesturing to 3 divergent paths ahead. Samuel checks his notes, frowns, then looks to it. Which way do you think we should go? We're gonna go straight.
Straight this time.
Racking your brain for a decision, you give up and point ahead. Again, the birds overtake you, and they enthusiastically run down the hall and into another room. Inside are sets of older tools used for manipulating and constructing locks. And the duck and the goose pour through them looking for ones that are still usable. You could take one for yourself as well. So a thievery skill, Mark, which we've been using a lot of. Oh man.
Do we want the purple one?
No, we're fine. We're fine where we are. Yeah, we're good. After looting. Okay, so I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing here, Sammy. Gosh darn it! I can't believe I just now understand the trick to this. After looting the room, you uncover a single door, which is the only other portal in this room, and its lock have been caressed by the decay of time and are on the verge of falling apart. Samuel takes a quick peek at his notes. According to my research, dear Julian, likely any surviving components to the game would be located beyond this door. The goose mouth hangs wide open. Then we need to get in there! Unlock the door or force through the door. I think, don't we have lockpicks here?
Our multi-tool is like a makeshift lockpick, so it can help us a little bit. If we unlock, we get to reroll 2 dice. And also at the bottom, if we force, we get 1 success and have to roll the die. And our multi-tool might break up if we use it for the forcing. So it can be used for either of those. And unlock and force. Those are
okay.
Are all, and for forcing, we have our uneven spirit.
I have a design question for you, Sammy.
Go ahead.
Are there consequences for certain decisions?
Yes.
We're talking about ancient board game components. There's no way I can just force through the door. It might break them apart because they might be very sensitive. So I think, even though I didn't do the thing I should have done, we're gonna unlock the door.
Unlock the door and...
Oh no, did I make the wrong choice?
I won't tell you.
Oh no!
So those are unlocked and doesn't affect our inner fire. So let's go ahead, and we want at least one success with an easy skill check, and we have one full reroll. Oh, that was not going to hit, wasn't hitting here. Well, that's 3.
Yes! Yes! Let's roll 2 of the 2, whatever 2 did not roll right because of our makeshift tool.
Our multi-tool. Well, that's even one more. 3 successes from the black dice. I think I have used like all my luck here.
Yes!
And that's 3+.
The slightest teasing of the lock sees it falling apart into rusted scraps. The birds rush past you to explore this final room. In unison, the birds cry out, "A complete copy!" Sitting within a tangle of dust-riddled cobwebs is a full set with all of its pieces intact. Samuel gathers up the game, his eyes brighter than the sun. Translating it will take time! But it's finally ours! Julian yells at the top of his lungs as the birds jump about with excitement. As you make your way back to the surface, the birds tell you about how anxious they are to discover more lost games. Seeing them so excited, you yourself cannot wait to go out and explore more things in the world. Yeah, we did it right. We got the thing. We successfully completed the Quackalope quest. Yeah.
2 prestige, and unfortunately, Samuel and Julian, we have to say goodbye to them until we might meet them again in a different location.
Goodbye, you wonderful fowl.
And we also get a card 63. So we were adventurers, then we weren't, and now we're again.
Oh!
So you did get rid of it, but you got it back, so everything is fine.
And if we still had it, then I wouldn't have gotten anything. So it's nice that I got a reward.
And that's the end of scene. Wednesday. And yeah, as Jen said, that's a nod to Quackalope and for all the awesome things they do on their channel. Links in the description.
Sammy, though, I have a question for you. What is, like, did you have an idea of what you were basing the game around? Like, is it in the throes of your mind, this ancient game?
There's no like clear idea in my mind, but which kind of game it is. It's like we just describe it really vaguely, and then people can think of it like whichever game they want themselves.
Okay.
And just for people to know that that's not everything we have for Quackalope in the game, because they have the passion tag here is a unique for Samuel and Julian. So if you are ever asked if you have a passion tag, there's a special interaction that can happen only if you have these 2 birds with you. And also the way that we met them is not the only way that you can meet these 2 fellows in the game.
That's awesome.
That's just one way of things happening with them.
Passion. I like it. Yes, that was a great little excursion.
There's some questions in the chat. Alex is asking, is there a road north of Hesembi? So this one here connected, or is there a ferry or something? Yeah. Upon closer look, you can see the ferry here at the top left. So it's like a regular road, but as it's on the different side of the river, you can just walk here to the city that way. And Bones asked if the play is simultaneous, if you play multiplayer, and the answer for that is no. Each player has their own turn, and it's always recommended that someone not playing right now, like not the active player, reads the story. So there's you are reading stories for other players, so it's even more interesting, even if it's not your own turn. And for us, playtesting, even if I'm not reading the story or actively listening because I'm not the active player, I'm still really invested on what's happening in people's turns. And when it's my turn, it's always, oh, it's my turn. I was so immersed in the other players' stories that I sometimes get surprised that it's already my turn. And welcome to the stream, Irene. Glad to have you here again. I think that's what we had waiting in the chat, and now it's your decision on where to go next from our little side stepping.
Yeah, well, I think our possum friend is a little bit anxious, so I think we should head back over to Meratu.
And now I allow you to move all the way here if you want to.
Thank you, Sami. Thank you.
I just thought that you might like to see it because I messed up instructing you previous time, so you didn't get to do it on your playthrough.
100% worth it, Sami. Thank you. That was pretty awesome, and I also completed it successfully. Yes.
Yeah, there were quite a few times where I was a little bit worried because our dice weren't the best ones, but we made it with flying colors in the end.
So if anybody, when you get your copy of the game, if anybody lands on that one, you should force the door to see if what I said actually happens. We never know.
That's an example of there being quite a lot of replay value. So even if you have seen a scene before, you might want to see what else can happen. Like what would happen if you turned left or right or straight. But it was quite a maze. So we're going to draw a new event, and it's asking if we are shocked. We are not. We are not in a settlement or grasslands, but we are in a forest. So we are going to take the scene 2, 3, 9.
You there! Come forward! An elderly star-nosed mole calls out to you. She's squatting next to a wooden crate, under a bent and gnarled oak. No other travelers are currently with you this deep into the forest, so you step over roots and fallen rotted logs to the mole's side. She grins and taps her claws against the box. You seem like a brave and seasoned soul. I propose to you a challenge. The ultimate test of wisdom and courage. Would you be willing to accept? The offer seems a bit eccentric, as does the location it is being hosted in. But it could be an interesting experience. You just need to close your eyes and tell me when you're ready. We do not have the cowardice tag. We're the complete opposite of that.
Correct. We can either accept and observe the area first, or accept and figure out her plan first, or refuse the challenge.
Oh, we are accepting, but figure out the plan.
And we could use our spyglass to observe if we chose to do that. And figuring out, we can use our pocket encyclopedia. And no matter which one we pick, our inner fire will burn a little bit less, and we're going to hasten it by 1. But you wanted to figure out her plan first.
Yeah, just because we have. Just because we have an additional colored die there. It's just I like to always go for the sure thing.
Yeah, our pocket encyclopedia is quite a good help here as well. So first I'll hasten our inner fire so I don't forget to do that, and that actually will move it to our current day, which will remove it, but it would have been removed at the end of this turn anyway.
Yeah.
But it's not quite done like this is like we are kind of aggressive and wanting to do some exciting things and taking part in some sort of little trivia with the mole is like an opposite of that.
I still think getting that board game was pretty great. So I'm sorry, Boomir.
So we get
a yellow and a green.
Yep. And we have
Come on, books.
we can reroll up to 2 dice and multiply up to 2 books into doubles. We got 1, so we can multiply that to 2. So now we can either reroll everything or reroll 2.
I think we're gonna reroll everything.
I saw it from your face before you said it.
You really don't approve of the full rerolls, huh? Okay, same thing as last time.
I love seeing people take risks.
We got the exact same result on the same die.
So let's reroll these 2.
Come on, give me 2 books.
Well, that's 2
Yes!
books. So we're currently at 5 because we can multiply both of these, and this is still a single one. So we're going to reveal the outcomes, and with 5, well, it's way past 3, so we're going to get that one.
Things do not seem to add up when you consider the elements at play. You ask her many questions. Why is she holding this contest in the middle of nowhere? What would she have to gain from doing this test to folk for free? Why do your eyes need to be closed for it to start? Why does the box next to her have the logo of a chain-making company? You tell her it sounds like she's going to chain you up once you close your eyes and expose yourself under the thin pretext it's part of some test. She stares at you with an expression both guilty and dumbfounded. You pass! Here's your prize, she says before tossing gold and an item at you before bolting off deeper into the forest. You gain 3 money. Gain 031 from the library to the adventurer.
So we're moving up to 8. We were at 5, so now we have 8 gold from the weird mole lady. And also we get card 31. So if we want, we can keep charm and discard one of our other items. Some believe in luck and fortune. Some want to forge their own destiny. Confidence or lack thereof matters more than you might assume. And if we sneak, force or climb, we could use this to possibly get successes or some failures as well if we roll badly. If we trust in our luck.
Fascinating. Oh,
you might recognize the illustration.
I do, which I really like that about the artwork. I've been noticing little Dale of Merchants hints here and there. Oh,
so
wow, that's a tricky one.
Get rid of Spyglass, Pocket Encyclopedia, or Multi-Tool to make room for Charm.
Let me see the multi-tool again.
It helps in unlocking, fighting, and climbing.
And that's our only benefit around those specific keywords.
Yep. Other items. The Spyglass helps with observing, exploring, and sneaking. And this charm also helps with force, sneak, and climb. So, well, this has like force and climb in the multi-tool. So the charm would have some like same verbs as this multi-tool has.
If we decide to not keep this new tool, do we get to sell it for the cost or not really?
We just have to discard it. We have to go to a market specifically if we want to sell stuff.
So, okay, the only reason why I'm kind of considering getting the charm is because if it's a higher priced item, which means it's rare, right?
Yeah, the worth is 8, which comes into play sometimes if the storybook asks what value of your items are. or if you want to sell it at the market, you get a higher price for selling it.
Oh, I think let's do it. We're gonna keep the charm and throw away the multi-tool.
And if nothing else, it's fun to cycle through some of these to see how they work in different situations. But it's also
I don't think that was the right decision, everyone, but
but it's also a totally valid way to play the game. If you find like 3 items you really like, you can just keep using them, and that's also works out just fine. But
by the way,
yep.
Speaking of luck and money, we have a game to play.
If the Duck and Goose would still be with us.
Oh no, they're not with us anymore.
They are not with us.
Right. No. They still had too much money in that pocket. Gosh darn it. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
they're quite rich. They're always ready to play, always ready to gamble.
I'll get them next time. Okay, so Thursday, and we have made it to Meratu.
So here in that one, so show the card. We could also visit the ranger station, number 17. And the board is also a board, and the cards are double-sided, so we have winter/fall on the other side of all the cards. But the month we are playing will always tell us which side we are supposed to use. But here I assume you want to we want to follow Harman to Meratu, Hero's Journey Part 2.
Oh, 100%. By the way, what day are we at right now, Sammy?
Thursday.
But in terms of number, how many days do we have left?
Here we can see the game ending card is this slot icon, and it's here below Harman's icon. So on next Monday, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 days left.
Got it. I just changed my screen layout so I can see it better. It was like getting overlap before. Okay. So 1, 1, 2.
Yep, correct.
Following a trail of clues, you and Harman arrive at the ranger station in Meratu. As you reach the entrance, a woodpecker ranger exits the interior. You there, ranger! Harman, oh no, it's Harman.
No.
You there, Ranger!
Harman calls out to the bird, getting his attention.
Have you noticed any strange behavior or gatherings here recently?
The woodpecker mulls over the answer before pointing out to a window on the second story of the adjoining inn. That room there. A bunch of raccoons have been staying there, coming and going at odd hours. Harman draws his sword.
We have to act fast! If we enter through the window, we can take them by surprise!
Recklessly, Harman is already climbing the side of the building. How will you help? Great, here we go. Survival. Fantastic. Climb to the window with Harman or go inside and unlock the guest room. We're gonna go with climbing.
Charm can be used with climbing if we want to.
Already the decisions are panning out.
So
let's see. Let's make it happen.
And Harman helps us to reroll up to 2 dice with when we climb.
Come on, it's gonna be perfect.
And we are trying to get survival. We already got 3. So I guess we are going to reroll these 2.
Yes.
And that's 1 more. So we are at 4, and this is a medium, so 2 would be enough. Do you still want to use our charm? So
nope.
We would roll the 12-sided die, and with 1, 2, 3, and 4, we would lose 1, and then if we get more, we could get 1 or 2 more.
No, I think we're fine. I think we're fine with what we're at. 4 is really high for a medium skill check, so
Yep,
let's see.
So we don't have to rely on luck this time.
Yes, exactly 4.
Exactly.
We've been critical at, like, we've gotten almost the highest result on most of our challenges.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
rolling
proud of
good.
that.
You asked me to roll good, so I'm doing my best.
I appreciate that, Sami. Thank you. Harmon is swift halfway to the window, but you are swifter. You easily pass him and throw yourself through the window into the room with your weapon drawn. 3 raccoons are inside, scheming over a table covered in maps. You have caught them completely unaware, and when they notice you, they trip over each other trying to arm themselves. Harmon joins you a moment later and brandishes his sword. Let us deal with these ruffians! How will you deal with them? Fight with Harmon or distract them? We're gonna fight with Harmon. Come on, there's no decision here. We gotta go theme.
Fight with Harmon, and Harmon gives us 1 success in fighting and reroll 2 dice. So let's see. I'm going to remove the green one. I'm going with yellow and orange. And as for fighting, we don't have anything else, but we can again use our unyielding spirit. But well, with our rolling, we haven't needed to use it yet. Trying to get swords, so we get 1. So we are at 2, and we can reroll up to 2, or we can reroll everything.
All of it.
I'm not sure if you have like declined that still once. Well,
Oh, come on! It was right there! It was gonna be a double!
but it wasn't so close.
What a tease, dude!
But we can reroll 2 with Harmon, so I think we reroll these.
Yep. Oh
So we are like looking from the sides and looking. Can Harmon fight them by himself? That's 2.
Yes, that's a pass, but
Yeah, so we are at 3 now, but we can use our unyielding spirit if we want to. We have
No, three.
three turns after this, and in addition to resetting the check, the unyielding spirit gives 1 success to begin with, so we would already be with 2 with Harmon.
But like the thing is, I don't feel this is the conclusion of this. I feel we're gonna fight more, so I don't want to use it yet, because this is just like the prelude to the big fight.
Maybe not. I don't know.
No, we're gonna keep unyielding spirit. We're gonna go with 3. I think that's gonna give us a medium result, which I think should be fine. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm totally okay with this.
You can ignore the bug here. It should be 4+, but yeah.
You and Harmon clash with the raccoon trio in a vicious melee, and after the dust settles, 2 of the raccoons are out cold on the ground, but the last one escaped. Oh, interesting. The koala innkeeper enters the room, drawn by the noise. First, she is furious at the mess, but then looks over the raccoons. I know these blokes! They're on a bounty poster downstairs! Bloody brave of them to stay here! Looking over the room, she sighs. Though, I think you should split the money with me to cover all my property that got destroyed in this fight. And so you do. Harmon tells you that with this quest done, he must see to other adventures in the— Oh no, that was the big fight? No! To see other adventures in the land. He leaps out the window and runs off into the sunset. You gain 1 prestige. You gain 2 coins. And we return both. No!
So one prestige gets us to 5, and we got 2 gold, so we are going back up to 10 gold. I returned the quest and Harmon to the library, and we can skip the partner stuff, but it does ask us to take a global or card from the library. Don't mind the prototype card pack, and put this into the global save slot. So all cards from the global save slot are put into the game, and this is a global status card, similar to, for example, the month card here, just a different pack because of prototype stuff. So in the next game, this will be here on the table and do something.
Interesting. Okay. Oh no, Sammy! I thought this was like part 2 of 3.
It was part 2 of 2. But Harman did say that he has some other adventures to attend to, whatever that might mean. So that's our Thursday, moving to Friday.
So we're getting close to the end of the game, so I think we should focus on whatever quests
This was
we
from
actually
Samuel
have.
and Julian, so we doesn't do anything anymore. So we have.
So we had one in Arena and one in Rishun, right?
Yep. So here's the collector where we can visit the party, and here's the flying vehicle burner setup for the Dodo in Rienstone.
Sammy, you don't even need to finish that sentence. We know where we're going. We're gonna fly through this map. Yeah, grasslands. We gotta make it there in time.
Thursday, it's Friday.
Friday.
So we skip that, but we are going to take Grasslands 152.
Your travels take you down a bending road that runs along a body of water. Ahead of you, a pelican combats with several fishing nets all tangled together and riddled with branches. Saying hello to her, the pelican quickly looks up and, after recovering from the surprise, introduces herself as Rendeka. I did not see you there, she explains in frustration, showing now how her feathers are tangled in the roping of the nets. They must have done logging yesterday, as now all these branches are in the water, and they have ruined my nets. Will you help me get them untangled? I have to catch something to feed my family. If you untangle, each blade tag gives you 1 star. Untangle the nets for a medium, and we just the screw.
The multi-tool did have a blade, but we don't have it anymore.
But we are fairly intelligent. Come up with another way to help. Does our encyclopedia help here at all?
In all knowledge skill checks, we can double up to 2 successes and reroll up to 2, so it would help us quite a lot.
So let's come up with another way to help her. Wow, how nasty. Leave the poor pelican.
I'm going to swap out those, or at least keep so yellow and green, and we can use our pocket encyclopedia to double 2 books and reroll up to 2. Well, that's already 3.
That's it.
So that's 5. So
critical success.
So let's just reroll 2 for the fun, because we can. Well, that's 5. And that's 4+.
Telling Rendeka not to worry, you come up with an idea. Using bits of stick and some metal wires that Rendeka lends you, you build an improvised but ingenious fish trap and set it into the water. That is so clever! You're a lifesaver! With this, I should be able to feed my family, the pelican says. I cannot do much to help other than this. She quickly writes up a letter and passes it to you, which looks like it has a job offer on it from other friends in need. You gain 1 prestige.
Going to 6. And then we get a random 49. So it's a quest card. Shifting Tides Part 1. Ships in battles. I adore them, and so does my dear friend, Thematia. I'd like to surprise her with 1 ship her impressive collection is still missing. If you want to help me deliver this thoughtful gift, meet me at my home, located in Sarevar's upper district. Signed by Garhors the Striped Polecat Noble. And we're gonna go meet Garhors at Sarevar, which is here at the top right. probably not going to happen in this game, but because the game is always saved between sessions, we're gonna keep it and maybe do it in some of our following games.
Well, we are going to have a flying machine at some point, which I'm assuming is going to be able to take us anywhere we want.
So we're going to return the drone event back to the bottom of the event deck and then move to Saturday, the second to last day.
What's the highest? No. Let me ask the question specifically. What did Anton get when he played on Prestige?
If I don't remember incorrectly, we got 9 with him.
Oh, come on, Anton. Why are you so ridiculous? I was like, oh yeah, maybe I can make it. No, that's gonna be tough.
Tough, but not impossible. We have 2 days left.
Okay, so let's go ahead over into Rishum and do the dodo bird.
Here, we are going to visit the bank and scene 201.
201. You arrive at the head office of the Prime Renian Bank. The starting item on Olamid's agenda is to secure a loan to help build his new flying vehicle, which requires powerful burner and a large sum of money for it to work. You head inside and wait in a gruesomely long line till it's your turn to speak to the turn clerk. What can I help you with today? You explain that you are here to take a loan out in Olamid's name. The clerk laughs, knowing who you are talking about. I'm afraid Olamide has borrowed the maximum amount of money he's entitled to at this time. He can only access new funds by making payments on his current debts. What will you do to secure the loan?
We
don't have the populace tag.
Yep. So, do you want to convince the clerk or sign a check? We have 10 gold. That's expensive.
Oh my god. Do we have a convince keyword anywhere?
Nope.
Nope.
But it's
sign a check.
So it would be next to those,
but it's also a medium skill check, which means that I'm assuming in order to convince this clerk, we would need a critical on this one, and that sounds very unlikely to happen. I really want that prestige.
Is 2, which we would like to get, but usually we want to get even more if possible. So we're going to just throw in 8 gold. Down to 2 we go.
We're made out of money, baby. Money just pours into us, like just pours on top of us this entire game. So that's what we're gonna do. Giving a long, low, agitated groan. You decide to put a hefty payment into Olamid's debt, so there is enough free credit for the bank to consider giving you a more sizable loan in Olamid's name. You feel your soul leave your body along with the coins as the teller takes them, and after a moment of quill scratching, hands you a fresh check. Grumbling, you accept it and leave the bank. You try to focus on the positives as your pockets feel noticeably lighter. Leaving the bank. Oh, come on. Leaving the bank, you head to the tinker shop that the dodo told you about. Arriving there, you see the shop is a little more than a yard of oxidizing scrap and skeletons of broken inventions. Can I help you find anything? The grizzled giant squirrel owner asks. You tell him about the engine you want. He shows you 2 cheaper ones, which one is leaking and the other is dented to oblivion. He has a brand new one as well that is not far out of your price range. Well, it is now because we only have 2 coins. Patch the leaking engine or force the other engine into shape. Or we could have purchased the friggin' pristine engine for 4 coins.
Yeah, but we don't have enough money.
We don't have enough money. We're gonna force the engine into shape.
And for forcing, we also have our charm if we are feeling unlucky before or lucky afterwards. And we can also use our unyielding spirit if it comes to that.
Yup. Would it
So-
make more sense to do a hard? Do we have any patch? No, we don't have patch.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah,
have-
let's keep this one.
So we're going
Darn
to
it.
force the other engine into play.
Oh my god, this doesn't sound. I don't think that's how machines work. Oh my god.
That's 0. Again. Let's hit it again.
Give me a two.
Yes! That's 2.
Yup. That's something.
So do we want
Yep.
to use charm?
Yup. Yes, we are. Oh my god, it's totally gonna take away a star, isn't it? Let's do it, Sammy.
But-
Let's do it.
We still have our unyielding spirit if it comes to that.
We do. You're right.
It can reset everything, so it can like ignore the charm, and then we can use it again if we want to. So
Let's do this. Let's do this.
5 or more is 1, and 9 or more is 2, and 4 or less is -1. That's a 6, so it's 1
Yes!
more. We are currently at 3.
Hey, we did the best we could.
So we
Oh
are
no.
Are we happy with 3?
No, I don't think we're happy with forcing an engine into shape with 3. But man, how likely is it that we get a 5 if we do our let's do it. Let's just get the pristine engine. Whatever. We're only what 2 more days out. Wait, oh god, wait, should we
Anton
Where
set
are you-
the
okay,
bar
what question?
quite high.
Where is this dodo exactly? Are they here in this town? Like, after I get the pristine engine, am I able to just take it to them, or do we have to travel far away?
This card we have high hopes. On the other side, where this card was gotten, was at Yetsden, and we went and talked to Olamide the Dodo at Yetsden. And in here it says that I got an idea from this large basket I found for cheap. Strap on a fabric bag along with a burner, and we have a vehicle capable of transporting folk from city to city. There are suitable burners in Rienstum. Drop by the bank and take a small loan on my name before meeting the seller, and we're all set. Signed by Olamide the Dodo Entrepreneur, and as we haven't seen him here in Rienstum, we can assume that he's probably still in Yetsden.
Oh, why does this all sound like a huge scam? Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, oh no, did I fall prey to
Well,
this?
There's actually no dodos left in. They are extinct, but in Diamond they're not, at least yet. And Dodo is one of the also the playable characters in Dale of Merchant's collection, which has like a huge depth on his name.
Okay. I'm gonna ask. Let's do Jeopardy here.
Should I do a poll on the chat?
Yes.
So,
See
are
if
we
anyone's invested and ready to answer.
So are we asking if we want to use the unyielding spirit, basically? Like
Yep.
that's the yeah. Let's make a poll. Yes. No. And there's now soon pop up a question on the YouTube chat where you can vote whether Jan should use this. Let's focus it here. If should use this unyielding spirit to reset the full whole check and start again, as it's a medium check, and we are currently at 2 successes, 3 because of the charm, but that's probably not enough for the best possible outcome. So should we be greedy and reset the skill check and start again? There's currently 4 votes, 3 for yes and 1 for no.
3 for yes? Oh my god,
Yeah.
then that's it. Let's do it. Unyielding Spirits out. We get a default success now.
Yep. So we're starting the whole skill check again, and we're currently at 1 success. And these are the same dice. There, one vote was casted more, so it's now 4 votes for yes and 1 for no. That's 3 from the dice.
We got 4!
And not even from the best die, but those ones. So we are at 4 now. That's quite nice for medium. Do you use your charm? Do you risk it all?
Oh my god!
This is the reason why the best possible outcome is never set in stone. So you have these really tense moments where you are not sure what you should do.
Yes, use it.
So we're going to use the charm to see if we get more successes or lose everything. Well, just 1, but...
Oh god, please. I don't even want to watch.
That's a 7, and that gives 1 more.
Yes!
So that's 5 successes, which is pretty much always the best for medium skill checks.
Yes.
Well, it was 5, so 4 would not have been
Good
enough.
job, stream. Good job. We did it together.
This is like because there's so many scenes, so many skill checks. Even I don't remember what's the best possible outcome for these different ones because there's so many. But 5+.
You pay for the engine with the check and speedily set to work on the heavy block of metal. With little effort, you force its damaged parts into the right shape. That is the first time I have ever seen someone get to a machine like that. The grizzled giant squirrel stares at you. I tell you what, friend, I got a whole slew of parts that could bend into their right shape if you help me out. You can take anything of my shop for free. You tell him to bring you these toys that you need to be fixed. You easily set them all straight. As for his offer, it takes a while to search his shop for anything that you would even dare to touch, let alone find a practical use for. You gain 2 prestige.
Up to 8.
Yeah, come on, Anton, I'm coming for that crown, baby. And you may swap one of your skill markers for any other skill mark. Interesting. Return high hopes and then gain 122. Oh man. I'm trying to anticipate in terms of the story what I think this dodo is going to be wanting us to do.
So this basically happen at the same time, so why not? You can even take a look at the second card, High Hopes Part 2. The balloon is completed with the fancy burner and all. It just didn't occur to Olamir how hard it is to pilot the craft. Based on Olamir's trusty source, a skilled pilot lives in Yetsden named Philokia. He recommends starting the search from the local postal office. They should know about her current whereabouts. And you can visit the postal office at Yetsden, but as it's 3 spaces away, that will have to wait for another month.
For our final turn. No, it'll be on our last turn, right?
Yep, this is the last turn, so and because we are in Rienstum, we don't have enough, we can't move all the way to Yetsden for this game. So this is like not for that quest, but if you want to change, swap out one of the skill marks for what you are going to do, if you want to, in the last turn, you can either move away from Rienstum, or you can take a scene over here, or you can also take an event even in a settlement if you want. And the places that you could visit in Rienstum, in the west we have Wishing Well and Docks. In the center we have Arena and Market. And in the eastern part of the city we have Convention Center and Casino.
Okay, that kind of gives me an idea. I kind of wanted, so apparently when we get to the 8th day, the game ends. We don't get to complete the 8th day then.
Yeah, so now at the end of this turn, we are going to go here, and then on the next we will move here. So we have one turn left. So we have 8 turns, but like the first turn is like turn 0, or how we would like to think about it.
And what is card 122?
That was the High Hopes Part 2 that I showed
okay.
in the Edge, and it's the second part of the High Hopes quest line.
There's one. Okay, so there's one. Maybe I'm not getting that, Sammy. So we have 2 turns left, which means that we can move. One turn left. Okay. So if that's the case, does the arena have an entry fee?
I'm not going to spoil it. I didn't tell anything to Anthony. We do have 2 gold.
I want to take that knowledge and I want to move it over to fighting.
I see where this is going.
Yeah. I was thinking of the casino, but the casino would be sneaking.
So
no.
This is you happy with this?
No, but we gotta see if we can get some prestige before the game ends. So let's go the fighting route.
So
like ideally, I would have focused on getting conversational, so that when somebody goes over to talk to the post office, they would have a little bit more sway and charm.
You just lost
with the
your
clerk.
charm.
Exactly. We're just a mean old brute of a boomer now. So, Sammy, you guessed it. We're going to the arena.
So last day on Sunday, we're going to arena, which is scene 23.
Oh god, this is gonna turn out horribly, isn't it? Oh my god, there we go. Oh, so okay, I don't want to watch from the stands. Okay. As you make your way through the old stone arch of the arena entrance, you notice that the entry hall is already abuzz with excitement. Folks chatter animatedly. Polecat cubs run around hitting each other with wooden sticks, and a fancily dressed lion announcer is using his powerful voice to overcome the noise.
Come one, come all. A tournament of the ages is about to begin. A battle between the mightiest gladiators have reached them. Glory and riches await.
We're going to participate. You approach the noisy lion and declare that you want to enter.
Wonderful!
The lion exclaims.
A round of applause for the brave, wandering warrior willing to enter a gauntlet of steel and thunder.
A handful of passerby cheer you on as the line shows you to a corridor on the side of the hall.
That way to the preparation area, and remember, the thunder is only proverbial, so no shooting. Good luck.
Oh no! This is horrible. Oh my god. You enter a side hall where several groups of fighters are already warming up for the upcoming bout. It seems you have a bit of time to prepare before the fighting begins. Let's identify the strongest fighters. Oh lord.
Identify and perception. We don't have anything for that. So
yeah.
We're just going to roll our dice. And these are our perception. At least you didn't get rid of the perception die. So we do have that going for us.
I hear ya.
Well, that's a double
Boom!
From that.
Yeah, let's keep it there.
And 1 and 2.
Watching the competitors warming up for battle, you notice a few scary-looking fighters among them. You might want to avoid them for as long as possible. You may convert one sneaking into success. Oh, interesting. Fight in the arena, and it's a hard, and it's fighting, so it's exactly what I thought it would be.
And we have
Let's
one
do
option.
it.
We are going to fight in the arena. and going to use both of the orange dice and the yellow one. And you might want also use this because it has two sneaky ones. It would one of these can be turned into success, but basically it's the same as this because this also has sneaky, thievery, and might, and both of these are successes. So kinda the same which way you use. But let's...
Can our charm or anything else help us here, Sammy? Or is that it? Are we just rolling?
Our items and our adventure status do not help us in fighting
Oh,
or
no.
fight in general.
Oh no.
So we are left. We have really nice dice, but Unyielding Spirit would also be really nice here, but we did use it to bend them engine into oblivion.
Oh, come on!
That's only 2 because one of the thievery can be turned into a success. So
Roll it again. Roll it. We need 4. We need 4 at a minimum. Oh my god, please. Come on, there's doubles on these.
There are. We just got the only thievery from the might dice.
Please.
Oh, that's only 2 because we didn't get any thievery.
We failed. We
just
failed.
2.
Oh no, we failed. If any items with a gunpowder tag use all count as
We did not use gunpowder, so we got 1 and 2, but we didn't get 0 at least, if it makes any difference here. We would really want to get at least 3, but we didn't.
You are able to hang on for a while and score a couple of hits, but ultimately you succumb while a good number of fighters still remain in the fight.
The wandering warrior has fallen!
The lion bellows while you catch your breath.
Risham's finest have proven their strength once again!
You limp off while fighting still continues. Lancing back one more time, you witness a duo of a tiger and a Komodo dragon emerge victorious, receiving a roaring cheer from the crowd. Give 0.53 from the library to the adventurer.
And we end the game wounded. Used in better days, best course of action would probably be to avoid physical strain or get taken care by a medical professional. So in all of those 3 categories we would get failure in the future, but it has also the save icon at the bottom here, so we are going to discard it at the end of the game. But
so thematically, in my mind, Anton is like the tiger that just won, and he's like, I got 9, loser. So that's who you are in my story arc, Anton. It's
so we're
just
going
a
to
mean tiger.
Move to Monday, and it has this slot icon which is currently here in Harmony, and we are going to now take the scene number 200 named Gathering.
After all the excitement, yep.
Yeah, you were faster.
Darn it, Anton. Darn it, you tiger. After all the excitement, challenges, and adventure, it is time to unwind for a moment and reflect on your travels. So we only had one adventurer. We do not have the isolated tag anywhere that I remember.
Yep, correct.
You head to the nearest inn, intent on treating yourself to a well-deserved evening, celebrating this leg of your journey. Already, from the outside, you can hear the sounds of lively patrons, suggesting that the establishment is quite full once again. Despite the noise, all heads turn as you enter, curious to see the new arrival. Oh no!
And to
hurt
even more, Anton did throw a party at the end of this game. We don't have money to do so.
Oh god, that decision is gonna haunt me forever!
We have to celebrate alone.
We got 7 to 8.
Yeah, we got 8 prestige and Anton did get 9 exactly.
The other folks in the bar keep their eyes on you for a long while, watching you as you seat yourself and order a drink. The general buzz of the tavern lowers and the music is replaced with a swarm of chatter. Folks know you by name, and trying to keep their voices hushed, telling each other of all of the deeds, great and terrible, that you have performed in your travels. Word gets out that you're here, and more folks from around the area come to ogle at you. If the crowd is any indicator, you have become a renowned adventurer. You are famous.
That's
it.
That's it. Now we would do all the save effects, like removing our wounded, because it has this save icon here at the bottom, so that goes back to the library. Also on our own adventure board in the middle, we can see that we have to take the card 0 from the library, which is our own unyielding spirit special ability. We get that back. And final card we have currently is this month card. We're going to swap the March, replacing it with number 4 from the library, which is obviously would be April, and our next game would be in April. And as said, same numbers in the storybook can have different stories based on the different month you're playing. And now we would save all our own cards, so everything here on Boomir's save slot, which we're going to continue with the next guest star next week, which is, if I don't remember incorrectly, it's Joas Kari, who's going to be the composer of the official soundtrack for the game.
Mm-hmm.
So because of you, he will start with 2 gold.
Because of us. We all made this decision together, right, everyone?
Right?
That fly machine is gonna make us rich beyond our dreams.
I think Anton ended the game with 0 gold, so there's that.
Ha, Anton!
And everything on the game board, and including the notice board and the cards over here, as well as the event deck, go to the global save slot, so the world will continue from the status it was left in. And as a final piece, I'll show a little bit a glimpse at the card that we did put in the global save slot, and this one will be on the table on the next game, a new challenger, and before finishing setup we have to resolve a scene 115. And then there's some curious stuff going on at the bottom as well.
Interesting. Okay.
So this will, on the next game, this will be also in here, and during setup we will resolve a scene which will do something. And that's, I guess that's the game mostly. So what do you have something to say? It was fun playing with you.
No, thank you, Sami. I also have a lot of fun. I just wanted to say that I really appreciate like the level of detail that you have put into the game so far. I really hope that there's like a high quality PDF of the game board so that people can zoom in so that they can understand how much time you've put into this game so far. And it's just like it seems like what do you call that? Like a passion project, because there's just so much soul into like the story, the cards, the characters. Like I can tell that you have just poured everything that you have into the game, and it's so nice to see how it all just comes together in a really exciting and bright-eyed package like it is, because it's one of these narrative games that is just like, I would call it like bushy-tailed and fun and whimsical in a lot of ways, which just makes it exist in a different space under the storytelling genre that we see in board games. Like it's always just like really dark themes and everything's so serious and the world is ending or it's just something horrible, and here it's just, I don't know. It's something that I can look forward to playing without necessarily feeling burnt out at the end or that like things have been taken away from me. So I've enjoyed my plays of Galzyr so far, and I'm so excited to see like what other branches and choose your own story, choose your own adventure paths are there to take. So I'm very pumped. And also, again, just seeing the little references of Dale of Merchants everywhere is always like a treat for me. So yeah.
Thanks for your kind words. We really wanted to do something a little bit different. There's like, in our opinion, there's already enough games with dark and gloomy themes. And not that those are anything wrong with them, just that we wanted to do something fresh, and exactly what you described is like how we envision and think that Daimuria and Dale of Merchants would look like in a grand scheme if you like go and would be able to visit different places and meet different folks and do adventuring. So it's not just fighting and or some spelunking, but rather having all kinds of stuff happening to you, be it finding like an ancient board game or helping some poor dodo to build their flying vehicle.
Because it's a flightless bird. I get it.
Yeah, that's one of the points there.
Oh, thank you so much, Sami, for this playthrough. And if anybody has any questions that they want to ask, feel free to do so. And if you haven't checked out the Kickstarter, what are you doing? Just like go check out the campaign as quickly as you can.
It's on Gamefound, and there should also be a link in the description for there as well. And we have already like overfunded. We have 300% funding there, and you can also see a preview from this direction from Quackalope, but Jan is not in that preview, but they might have a gameplay coming soon sometimes, maybe, where you might be doing some adventuring.
We did record one. I'm not sure when it'll get edited, but we did record one.
Yep. Irene said that almost very famous and successful geek said that fantastically mediocre job, Jan. It wasn't me. It was successful geek down in the comments. Final visit from Kenzie.
Thank you. I needed that, Sami. I needed somebody to bring me up again.
Warming my lap the whole time.
Oh.
But Irene said that the voices were great, and Successful Geek said that Jan makes previews better.
Okay, can we just end the stream? I don't want to be near Successful Geek anymore. Like I'm either he leaves or we leave, one of the two. But both of us at the same place, it can't happen. Nope.
Yeah, I don't know if I have ability to ban him or desire to do so. But
oh, don't worry, I'll ban him everywhere else. You're good.
Okay.
I have power, so I'll get him back.
Well, thanks for everyone for joining us play a game of Lands of Galzyr on Gamefound right now, and will be released sometime next year. And as for Jan, he's from Quackalope, and you can find a link to in the description for their YouTube channel. Thanks again for joining, and have a nice one.